Hello everybody. So we're just going into our tank here now. The first thing we do here for setting up for milking is we lift the lid off our tank, we put in our pipe. Now we have our feeders which is turned on after every milking to fill the hoppers full of meal for the cows. So that's already done, it turns off automatic. This will be the machine turn on here, and then the next thing we'll do is turn it up for milking, which basically when we go in here, it when this jar here, there's a little ball there you see afloat. When the milk starts to rise in the jar, it gets to a certain level, and when it passes a certain level on that stem, that ball floats up and down the stem. It activates the pump, which pumps it up and across and straight into the tank below. So the units are already broken down. We leave the jets up on the clusters till about half an hour before milking, just to stop the liners from drying out. So this is an 8 unit parlour, herringbone, and everything's fairly manual. It's a very basic parlour, but a very fast and efficient parlour at the same time. Meal is put in. So every pull lets down roughly around £2 of meal. So any water, dairy washes or any water runs down here, goes into a gully, and underneath this sump, or underneath this lid, there's a sump 2 foot deep, and there's an electric pump in there which sucks the water out and blows it straight into one of our slatted tanks down below on the bottom of the farm for holding the dairy water. And then that in turn gets mixed with slurry and spread back out in the field. So that's it. Yeah, so it's an 8 aside, we milk 8, we wait until they're nearly finished, we bring in the other 8, they get their meal, and then we swap from one to the other. So it's a jar system. I like the jar system because well, easy to see what cows is given, but also if you had a cow that had to be held out from antibiotics, which you definitely don't want antibiotics getting into your milk, because it well, look, it's not good for the process or the processing of the milk, but also you can get fined, you lose the whole tank of your milk. And if the penicillin or antibiotics is very strong and it shows up on the lorry as well, you can have to pay for the disposal of the lorry. So it can be mounting to an awful lot of money for quite an easy mistake, so you have to be dreadfully careful. So that's that. It pumps up here. We have a Paco tank. This tank was only fitted about a year ago. It's a new tank, so it's a very efficient tank. It cools very fast. It does make life a lot easier because it's self-wash. It's all fully controlled by this system here. So at the minute there's milk in it. Our milk is collected every 2 days, and it was collected yesterday morning, so the milk will be collected tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock again. So we'll be finished milking at around about 8:15, and the milk will be basically collected within 5 minutes of when we're done. But because this tank cools so fast, the milk is already down to roughly around 4.5, 5 degrees, so it's cool enough to go at that stage. Then we have our detergents here, our descale remover and our detergent, which mix together. The descale remover runs on a cycle where it comes in every week. I think once every week it knows to do a descale limestone removal, but the water out here is not too bad. It's fairly soft, so we don't have a huge problem with limescale. And this is our basin here where we have our clean water and then our detergent, and we change our detergent sometimes after every milking, sometimes after every 2 milkings. And then we have our hot water and our cold water. So that's generally the run of it. noisy here because it's quite windy. So one other thing is we have a radio in our parlour. A lot of people say, why do you have a radio in a milking parlour? Well, radio is not just there for entertainment purposes. It actually gives the cattle a sense of calmness. Whatever it is about radio being on, cows are far more relaxed, they're far happier. They don't have different styles of music that they like. Well, I don't think so, but the cows definitely be happier. This is our collection yard, so the cows come out here and they go into this yard. I'm standing here because it's quite windy, and they go into this yard first after they're milked, and they'll be standing out on this one, come in, and as they come in the back doors they come out here, and then when all the cows are milked we open the 2 gates and the cows go straight out. So it's very straightforward and fairly easy. It works well for us. So we're first row of cows is in, and they're milking now at the moment, and you can see here the way it works. So we have an air control system here, 2 switches. It's that system's been out a long time and it's been very reliable. So 2 switches up is to hold the milk. This switch down, that one up, is to allow the milk to get up to the level of the milk pipe, and then automatically it'll never let the milk go by the level of the milk pipe. So it saves you having to empty the jar every single time you change it over to another cow. You can just swap it over, and it'll just keep filling and filling, but it'll never fill any higher than the level of the milk pipe. The other ways would be to milk, if you're recording, would be to 2 switches up, hold that cow's milk, and then 2 switches down when you're changing over to empty the jar before you put it on the next cow, so you're fit to tell how much milk each cow is given. So that's that. Next row of cows will be coming in now shortly. They'll be getting mailed, and they'll make their way up, and then it'll be swapped over, and then that row there cows, and they'll be going. So yeah, so we talked about the radio. I just having it on now so you can hear the video. So we have 2 speakers up there on the roof. We don't turn it very loud. We just click it on, and it'll come on now a second. Is it on now? See, cows don't ask one bit of remarks on it. But they like it, they love it. The cows do love the radio. Certain types of songs like Westlife and things like that, they don't seem to like Westlife, but sure, not many does. But that's it. The rest of the cows are in here in the yard, and they go up around the side there, and we're just started here now. So yeah, we'll continue on milking, and we'll catch you on the next video. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you can, that'll be brilliant. There's a little bell on the top of your video there you can click, and that'll notify you of any new videos as soon as they come up. So as I say, we plan to get a good few videos up now to get the channel up and running properly. So this next couple of weeks we will be constantly updating new videos. The quality mightn't be great, but we will improve that greatly as time goes on, and we're used to using the editing software that we're on at the moment. So yeah, until the next time, thanks for watching.